Hi, my name is Laura. I'm from South Africa, from Italian parentage, and I've been living in Dubai just over a year. And when I came here to join my husband, who got a job here, and I thought, what am I going to do in this city of concrete and heat? I'm very passionate about gardening, and especially organic gardening, natural farming, which we used to do in South Africa. And yeah, so what I did is I started a balcony gardening group, and it's been such an inspiration to me and to the people that are part of the group. There's almost 500 of us now in the group, and what we do, we try and inspire people to grow anything, even if it's just one pot on their balcony or even in their apartment. They don't have to have a balcony. And yeah, people are really coming to the party and growing their own herbs, vegetables, flowers. It's wonderful. I think the reason why I'm so passionate about growing my own vegetables is from my mother. She was actually, I mean, we thought she was crazy. She was always on about organic and pesticides in your food and genetically modified seeds and everything, but it's been proven to be true. Most of what we buy in the shops is so heavily sprayed with insecticide and irradiated and all sorts of things. And it's being so easy to grow your own, you know, you can see in my garden all over on the balcony. You'll see later on my balcony. It is so easy to just grow some basil, parsley, 5 or 6 different herbs that you use every day, and I can promise you the flavor is totally different than anything shop bought. So I think it's wonderful that you can go out on your balcony. If you're making a pasta, you just pick up a few leaves of basil, throw it in the sauce, and it tastes totally different. I would encourage anyone that wants to try their hand at balcony gardening to buy themselves a good potting soil. I find Allais-Mare, which is available at Géant. They make very good range of fertilizers and potting soils, but you can buy basically any potting soil. And then add to that some sweet red desert sand, which you can find, well, either going to the desert or at some good nurseries. And also some perlite, which renders the soil more aerated, and if you water it, it has a good water retention. And just start. Remember that growing in a pot, especially in this climate, puts the plant under a lot of stress. So you have to keep feeding your plant regularly, and I find that's the biggest problem. The second problem is that people water their plant too much. So the plants usually die of overwatering. So you need to, you know, it's trial and error. You need to actually wait for the soil to get a little bit dry before you water. And in the cooler months, water less often and water well, thoroughly. In the hot months, what we advise our friends is to water as early as possible in the morning before the sun comes up, especially if you're going to water the leaves of the plant. And then another watering at about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, just a little bit of water, not too much. And make sure not to wet the leaves, because the heat actually sort of cooks the leaves if they wet. Don't water in the evenings, because what I found myself, I've experimented, because of the ambient heat, we know in summer it never gets below like 35 degrees, 30 in the evening. The roots actually cook in that water. Okay, so if you want to start balcony gardening yourself, what I would advise is you just go to a nursery and buy yourself 2 or 3 herbs, transplant them into nice sized pots that you can manage, and yeah, go for it. And if I could just advise you, try and go organic. Try not to buy chemical fertilizers, these little blue pellets that you see sold at nurseries, because although they make your plants grow very well, it won't be organic, and some of that residue does go into the plants and into the fruits as well. And it's so easy to make your own fertilizer. I'll show you how to make your own compost tea. You just take all your vegetable scraps, put them in a bucket, put some water in, and every day you just take some of that water and you water your plant with it, and they get all the nutrition they need. Or you can always buy an organic fertilizer from any of the garden stores. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the compost tea, and luckily you guys can't smell it because it really stinks. So what I do is I take all my vegetable scraps, throw it in here. You can see there's even eggshells because that adds to the whole thing. And then, can you see it? It's actually gone almost clear. I know it looks terrible, but don't worry, the plants love it. And then I just take some of that. Can you smell it, Dima? Yeah, I know, but the plants love it.